I like the programs. I think they're great.
Nice.
I like Kevin. I think he's great.
I like Kevin's best. I think it's great.
A special welcome back to Kevin, former member. Former member, and
And returning.
you let him come back.
I did.
Somehow he.
I begged him to come back.
Okay, that's how it worked out.
It didn't take long.
I am particularly excited about a piece on next week's program it's called Sparrows.
That's the Joe Schwantner.
That's one of the things I've been looking forward to for the last couple of weeks.
Second to that.
Yeah, that's
Third, everybody's looking forward to Sparrows.
Yeah. Also next week is a percussion solo called Zafa by Yana Sanakis, which I'm not looking forward to. It's really hard.
We've actually hired someone else to play it because it's sort of above David's station. So.
I only make cakes now. More eggs. That's right.
Sadly, that's true.
Which is a reference to this week's concert where we actually are baking cakes on stage. Somewhat, I think.
We're pretending to
Lucky
bake cakes
it's
on
not
stage.
We're really pretending to bake cakes on stage.
Almost baking cakes on stage.
And David is graciously extending his role from percussion to also include
The culinary
sous
arts.
chef.
As the percussionist, as any percussionist, I think would second, if there's something that happens in a classical music concert and nobody knows who to give the part to, they
goes
give it
to
to the percussionist. You know, you play the kazoo or you play the duck whistle or whatever. Turns out you also
Beat eggs.
fluff egg whites and
It's also true if anything goes wrong, it's your fault.
yeah.
Is there a duck whistle?
Not that I know of.
The duck
Not that you know of.
And it's also the case that if ever there's feminine arts involved, you give it to the flutist. So I just got done doing my first set of makeup and wig styling on a man backstage. I can
very
now
good
add
at-
gender illusion technician
And
assistant
as you can see,
to my resume.
these are the results.
He looks lovely.
He looks sensational. It came because I had heard Peter, that's the person performing the Hoiby Bon Appetit that we're doing. I heard him do it when I was conducting an opera in Bloomington this year. He did it for me because he just wanted to see what I thought of it. I fell in love with the piece. I fell in love with him and his version of doing it. And then I got in touch with Lee Hoiby, asked him if there was a version that we could do because it's for a larger ensemble than what we have. And he said, no, I don't have anything for that, but we could work out an arrangement and we could possibly do, we could work out a way that I could coach you guys on what the arrangement might be, if you would do it in a certain format, etc. And I said, oh, we'd be happy to do that, great. And then he wrote back and he said, I've got a version for wind quintet and piano. That would be a great start. And I said, oh, by all means, send me that. And I'll take a look and we'll see where we go from here. He sent that to me. And I think we might have exchanged one more email in the next day, but about 5 days later he died. And so I was sort of teetering on whether or not we could really pull this off. And then when that happened, I just felt we ought to do it as an homage for sure. So, I mean, he sent me a little note looking forward to it, and it seemed like the only reasonable thing to do at that stage was to go forward, and I'm really glad that we have. We're definitely still struggling, and it is honest to say that the only reason we're here this season is because the audience stepped up last season in a way that perhaps we had never asked them to do, and they did, and it was overwhelming, and it helped us immeasurably.
And we were so grateful.
We were so grateful. We're here. The foundations, were impressed by the whole thing, and as is often the case, now that we seem to be doing slightly better on that front, somebody else has cut, which has taken the rug right out from under that increase. And so it is absolutely true that we need it again. And if ever they were to let down, the audience were to let down, or the foundations were to let down, or we were to let down, it's, the rug would fall out from under us easily. New music is the kind of thing that you have to hunger for, and you have to do the extra to make it happen, or it's not going to happen. And we're certainly no exception. So we're here, and we're lime green and proud this year, and I hope we're back next year. And if we have a great season, and if the audience steps up again, I think we will.